And now for some parametric functions. So we have these two functions, and in order to find out if they intersect, we're going to set the x value equal to the x value, and then separately the y value set equal to the y value. And then just real quick, I want to take a look at the graph. So go over to the graphing calculator, and to save some time, I already typed it in, and then look at the graph. And it seems that they intersect right about, I would say that's right about when t equals 3.4. Okay, so then go back to our work and set the x values equal to the x values. So this is what happens with the x's. We would have 2t minus 1 equal to 2t squared minus 5. And then for the y values, we would have t squared equal to 5t. And then for the x's, I could move everything to the right side. So there would be 0 equals 2t squared, and then subtract 2t from both sides and add 1. And with all of these numbers being even, I could divide everything by a 2 or factor out a 2, and it would leave t squared minus t and minus 2. And I'm thinking that I don't need to use the quadratic formula on this one. I'm thinking this could be factored. So t times t would give us t squared, and then use a 2 and a 1. And then the middle number needs to be negative, so put a negative on the 2 and a positive on the 1. Let me double check. This would be negative 2t. This would be positive t, which would leave behind a negative t, so I factored it correctly. And then that means that the x values are going to be the same when t equals 2. The x values will be the same when t equals negative 1. Now move over to the y values, and I can move the 5t over and factor out a t. And then we would get t equals 0, and this one would give us t equals 5. And none of these t values are the same, so that means that there is no point in time when the two functions get to the same place at the same time. So it could be that one function went like this, and the other function went like this, and just like when you look up in the sky and you see two contrails cross from two airplanes, that doesn't mean that they got to the same place at the same time and crashed. And that's what seems to have happened here. So I looked at the graph, and it looked like they intersect, but it seems like they don't get to the same place at the same time. So I then want to just show you that, and I have to use my old-fashioned calculator to do it. So let me just switch over real quick. Okay, so I already typed them into the calculator, and then watch the graph. So see how the red one took off really fast and they did not get to the same place at the same time? So they do not actually intersect. So then I can just finish that with erase this explanation and then just say they do not intersect. That's supposed to be 2 words.